Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us today. We are now going to get started for the JD Worldwide Business Workshop webinar. Thanks again for joining. Just going to take control here. Have the next slide, please. Thank you. So I am Brian Sirwa. I'm the Global Trade Director on the Global Trade team here at EDC, and I look after the retail space, so consumer products. And I'm joined by my colleague, Miriam Felton-Lozon, who also covers consumer products as well as food products as well. So if there are a number of you on the line who are in the food space, then Miriam and we have another colleague who covers food would be the great contacts to work with. So today I will give you a very brief overview of EDC, and then I'll be introducing you to Jesse and Stuart of JD Worldwide. We'll be sharing a video of JD.com, and then they'll give you a brief overview of the company, give you an overview of the Worldwide platform, and then also talk a lot about the business models, the logistics and operations, et cetera. Essentially the how-to on working with JD Worldwide. Slide, please. So our mission is to help companies grow, and succeed in markets around the world. You'll also hear a tagline quite frequently that I personally like. It's called, "We take on risk so you can take on the world." So there are three primary objectives for the EDC portion of this presentation, three things that I'd like you to take away. One of them is who we are and what our background is, really briefly. Another thing is that there's a misconception out there that EDC only works with the largest companies in Canada. So I want you to walk away knowing that we work actually primarily with SMEs. And of course, I want you to walk away with better knowledge of how we might be able to help. Our customers can take a leap of faith knowing we will be here to support them. So again, that's playing on the we take on the risks so you can take on the world. You'll see when I talk about the financial products that our goal is to alleviate some of that risk so that you can really focus on your business and the primary objective of what you're trying to achieve. EDC is a Crown corporation, so we operate as under commercial principles, but our shareholder is the Government of Canada. People often ask, how we work with the Trade Commissioner Service or BDC, and we work very closely with these organizations. In fact, many of our international offices, our colleagues that are stationed in these offices work in the same offices as the Trade Commissioner Service. So we have a very, very close relationship with these great organizations as well. And here, this slide has quite a few figures, but really where I'd like you to focus in is on the bottom left corner. 84% of our customers are small and medium-sized enterprises. So again, speaking to that notion that we don't only work with the largest companies in Canada, our customer base is largely made up of SMEs. And the four primary products that EDC has to offer. On the financing side, one of our key programs is the Export Guarantee Program, and that is where we work with your financial institution to add capacity to your working capital. So if you have an operating line, for example, and you need an increase, but the bank perhaps has reached their limit of risk appetite, we can look at stepping in and helping them share in the risk of taking on that additional level of capacity on your operating line. One example of our financial products. Insurance, our most popular insurance program is credit insurance. So when you take a big order from abroad, if they don't pay, then we pay, and we will seek remittance from that buyer. On the knowledge piece, we have a wealth of knowledge within the organization, and we've now begun offering that as a service as well. So if you're looking to enter a new market, you're not familiar with that market, you'd like more information, you can reach out to us and we can provide you with further information on that market. And then Connections is the program that Miriam and I work on within the Global Trade Group. So we work to leverage EDC's international network to make the world a bit smaller for you so that we can make introductions to that network, such as our webinar this morning with JD. So that wraps up the EDC overview. I hope you walk away with a little bit more information on who we are and what we might be able to do to help. A reminder that if you have any questions throughout the presentation, please send them to Q&A coordinator via the chat box, and I'll be monitoring that. And at the end, during the Q&A session, we'll be pulling questions out of there. And now, to introduce, we have Jesse Yang and Stuart He of JD Worldwide. Jesse is the Senior Business Development Manager covering food and beverage, pet and wine and spirits. And Stuart is the Business Development Director covering cosmetics and personal care. Thank you very much to both of you for joining us today. I know it's 9 in the evening for you, so a special thank you for joining us this evening.
Hello, everyone.
Excellent.
I'm Jessie from JD Worldwide, manufacturer of food and beverage and pet product, and also wine and spirits.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stuart. I'm the BD Director in JD Worldwide. Yeah. Next page.
JD.com launched in 2004. Driven by technology, today the e-commerce giant is China's largest retailer, online or offline. It is also the nation's largest retail infrastructure service provider. On May 22nd, 2014, JD.com became the first major Chinese e-commerce company to list on New York's NASDAQ stock exchange. In July 2018, JD.com became the first Chinese internet company to make the Fortune Global 200 list. In 2019, the company recorded full-year net revenues of $82.9 billion US. JD.com currently has more than 220,000 full-time employees. JD serves hundreds of millions of families in China and is able to reach more than 1 billion users through its strategic partnership with Tencent. The company meets the diverse demands of its customers across all product categories, including electronics and entertainment, home appliances, fast-moving consumer goods, home and life, fashion, and fresh food. JD.com connects shoppers with hundreds of thousands of high-quality brands from all over the world, with more than 270,000 merchants currently on the platform. JD.com drives real economic transformation through technological innovation, with large volumes of high-value data helping suppliers to drive efficiency. Currently, consumers in more than 200 countries and regions are able to purchase goods on JD.com and enjoy first-rate customer service and delivery. JD Logistics is the only platform in the world to provide small to medium-sized warehousing, oversized warehouse, cross-border cold chain delivery, frozen and chilled warehousing facilities, B2B, and crowdsourcing logistics. JD Logistics operates over 700 warehouses covering an aggregate gross floor area of approximately 16.9 million square meters as of December 31st, 2019. JD Logistics' in-house nationwide delivery network covers 99% of China's population and can deliver over 90% of orders same or next day. Logistics is working with partners in all areas of society to build a global smart supply chain network with a mission of reducing logistics costs. It focuses on 3 business areas: supply chain, express delivery, and digitalization of supply chain platforms. Driven by technology, JD Logistics offers comprehensive, high-quality, and cost-effective services, providing trusted, integrated supply chain solutions for customers, industry at large, and society as a whole. JD Digits, formerly known as JD Finance when it was established in October 2013, was comprehensively upgraded in November 2018. In addition to boosting its strong fintech capabilities, JD Digits also targets 4 other sectors, including urban computing, agriculture, campus services, and digital marketing. The company leverages cutting-edge technologies, including data technology, AI, and IoT, to empower its private sector and public sector clients with innovative solutions. Technology is at the heart of JD.com's corporate strategy. The company already has the most in-depth and wide-ranging applications of artificial intelligence. In addition, JD.com has the most comprehensive, high-quality big data in the e-commerce industry, and actively leverages this resource to drive its business and better enable its partners and suppliers. JD.com's cutting-edge smart supply chain technology effectively improves the e-commerce industry's operational efficiency on both system and infrastructure levels. 5G and the application of Internet of Things enables consumers to enjoy smart living at an unprecedented level of convenience. It also enables further development of advanced technologies such as driverless cars, drones, unmanned warehouses, and autonomous delivery vehicles. JD.com also plays an integral role in the development of smart cities. By utilizing a wealth of data combined with analytical models, the company provides smart solutions for urban planning and transport systems management. JD Cloud underscores the company's openness and empowerment strategy. The platform provides a wealth of core technologies, solutions, and services to its partners, helping to drive the growth of the retail industry. Driven by its vision of boundaryless retail, enabling consumers to buy whatever they want, whenever and wherever they want it, JD has transformed from retailer to retail infrastructure provider. JD will continue to develop and leverage its capabilities to empower its partners, expand its global reach, and help advance a range of industries in China and across the globe.
Thank you very much for that. Now we'll pass it over to Jesse and Stuart. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Stuart. I'm very honored to have the opportunity to participate in this webinar. Now, today it's a cross-border retail solution for Canadian companies, growing your business in China. Next page, please. The JD.com overview. Next page. JD, okay. JD is the largest retailer in China. It is the first Chinese internet company to make the Fortune Global 200 list, ranking in 139 in 2019. JD also strict zero tolerance policy toward counterfeit goods. Customer trust JD because the brand is a guarantee of authenticity. JD is third largest internet company globally. The revenue is achieving $83 billion in 2019. The next page, please. JD is China's largest supermarket, online or offline. It is also China's largest retailer of the consumer electronics and home appliance. JD is the most trusted fashion and lifestyle online shopping platform for top brands. It is the preferred shopping platform for home and life. JD is China's largest frozen and chilled e-commerce warehousing and delivery network. Next page. JD is the largest e-commerce logistic infrastructure in China, covering 99% of the country's population. JD.com has achieved rates of over 90% of orders being delivered same or next day. The next page, please. The strategic partnership. JD has a strategic partnership with Tencent, Walmart, Google during 4 years. Next page, please. JD is developing cutting-edge technology solutions that enable consumers to buy whatever they want, whenever and wherever they want it. Now, it is also opening its technology and infrastructure to brands, retailers, and other industries as part of its retail as a service strategy. Next page. This is our developing milestones. JD established at Beijing in 1998. JD is the largest Nasdaq IPO in 2014. Ticker JD. JD announced the establishment of JD Logistics Business Group in 2017. JD announced the establishment of JD Retail Group in 2019. Next page. On June 18, 2020, JD.com successfully listed on Hong Kong EX. Next page. Last month, we just finished our 17th June 18 festival. The transaction volume is 269 billion RMB. The growth rate is 34%. The top categories by growth rate is fresh food, medical and healthcare, kitchenware, and the top categories by sales as mobile phone, home appliance, PC, and digital products. For number of customers, top 3 is food, beverage, baby, maternal, and beauty product. Next page. Okay, that's all for JD's presentation. Now the following part will be introduced by my colleague, Jessie. She is the BD manager in JD Worldwide. Now, Jessie.
Hello everyone, my name is Jessie from JD Worldwide, and I take charge of food and beverage, pet products, and also wine and spirits. So I will introduce JD Worldwide and also cross-border e-commerce, and also the history and development of the JD Worldwide, and also the ranking and some insights for you. Next page. Currently, Chinese consumers are embracing cross-border e-commerce during these years. We can find that the transaction growth in China will be achieved 13 trillion RMB in 2020. And also China's cross-border e-commerce users will be more than 200 million users in 2020. Next page, please. And also, we have 3 important foundations for cross-border e-commerce in China. The first one is a trust from our Chinese consumers. In the past, a lot of Chinese consumers turned to personal buyer to purchase some overseas products, but they don't confirm this kind of quality and also the price of this kind of products. So they are willing to trust large e-commerce platform like JD.com. And also the second one is a policy from Chinese government, because we have the supportive policy for overseas products to reduce their barriers and offer flexible channels for them to enter Chinese market. And also, if we can directly work with brand owner and their official distributors, we can cut some costs in between. We can simplify supply chains so we can cut cost. Next page, thank you. So actually, we have 2 models for import part. The first one is the general trading model. Next one is a cross-border e-commerce model. General trading models can be sold both online and offline, but under cross-border e-commerce model, we don't need you have the Chinese trademark and also the Chinese entity. You can only have your trademark from Canada, and also you don't need to offer some, say, FDA requirements, just like the some food requirements or some health product certificate. As for tax, it is one beneficial policy for overseas products to enter Chinese market by cross-border e-commerce. Because under cross-border e-commerce, we don't have any tariff. And also for GST and VAT, it will be 30% off. So for food and beverage and also healthcare, the total tax will be 9.1%. And also, if we cooperate by cross-border e-commerce model, we can shorten time from we start the business until we launch on JD worldwide. Within 3 months, we can finish all this kind of process. Next page, please. As for JD Worldwide, we launched in April 2015, and we are one of the leading platforms to bring high-quality imported products to Chinese market. And in September 2016, we opened our cross-border logistics service to third-party merchants on our platform. Currently, we have already attracted more than 20,000 brands from 100 countries with 10 million SKUs. And on June 18, we experienced really good performance for a lot of different categories. We increased more than 110%. And also for pet products, we experienced more than 4 times increase rate. Next page, please. And also, JD Worldwide cover full range of categories, including baby and maternal, and also cosmetics, personal care, fashion, electronics, food and beverage, healthcare, and also personal care, and some global retailers just like Walmart and Rakuten from Japan, etc. And also, we have 2 different models. I will give you more information later. Next page, please. Our aim is to achieve shopping without borders. And also we can check this kind of ranking last year and products, the performance of the products from Canada ranked in 14th place. And we have more than 300 stores on JD Worldwide selling Canadian products with more than 10,000 SKUs. So we just welcome you to come to JD and work with us to tap into Chinese market. And next page, please. As for categories, we can check the total ranking for our top 10 categories. Is first one is the cosmetics, and then following is the baby and maternal, and also healthcare, personal care, gift and luxury, computer, office, home appliance, food and beverage, watch, and digital products. As for Canadian rankings, the top one is the healthcare, and following is baby and mom's, pet products, cosmetics, sports, outdoors, personal care, gift and luxury, food and beverage, cell phone, and also wine and spirits. Next page, please. So as for top brands, we can check. We have some just like healthcare and also mom and baby healthcare, like D-drops, and also a lot of pet products have really good performance on JD, like Origin and Icona, and also Go and Now Fresh performance really good in on JD Worldwide. Next page, please. And also, we welcome some large retailers to cooperate with us, because if we can set up this kind of online retail flagship store, we can invite a lot of Canadian products into our flagship store. And JD Worldwide will offer this kind of e-commerce platform and also some service marketing solutions for you. And also, if this kind of retail flagship store can have the online operation ability, we can bring a lot of Canadian brands into Chinese market. So if you have this kind of online operation ability and also can do this kind of trade from Canada to China, welcome to work with us for the pavilion. Next page, please. So as for cooperation model with JD Worldwide, we just want to introduce you 3 parts of it. The first one is the models, next one is the logistics service, and third one is the operation solution. Next page, please. As for JD Worldwide, we mainly have 2 main models. The first one is a direct purchase models, which means B2B2C, and JD will buy some inventory from brand owner or their official distributor, and then we resell to Chinese consumers. Under this model, the brand can enjoy the both benefit from JD and also the brand name. But it's only suitable for some mature brands with some brand awareness in Chinese market. Currently, we are doing some some healthcare products from Canada to do the direct purchase model, like Viber Natures and also the drops, etc. As for another one is a marketplace model, which is a B2C model. The brand will return ownership of the inventory and also they will do the online operation. But JD will offer support for the marketing solutions and also other online operation solutions for them. As for this one, the brand can tell the brand story and they can set up their own product strategy and also pricing strategy. We can offer all the support for you. So it is suitable for all categories. Next page, please. As for the materials to list on JD Worldwide, the fundamental list will be company certificate and also USD bank account, and also your trademark in Canada, and also your ID of the legal person. But if you want to set up the retail flagship store, you need also offer trademark classification certified, and also you need to get authorization letter from the brand owner as a guarantee of the authenticity. Next page, please. So after we have the platform and the business models, we can also offer your logistics service from Canada to Chinese market. But we have two main models for logistics. The first one is a boundary warehouse model. You can put your inventory into Chinese boundary warehouse. We have more than 10 warehouses in China, like Guangzhou, Chongqing, Shanghai, Hangzhou, Ningbo, Zhengzhou, etc. Under this one, the customer will receive parcels within 3 days after place one order. So it is really suitable for the FMCG with shorter delivery time and also lower cost. But you need to think about just the volume of the inventory to avoid high inventory pressure. Next page, please. Another one is an overseas direct delivery service for overseas brand owner. Under this model, we have different overseas warehouse around the world, but it's used for the long tail goods and also the luxury products with lower inventory pressure, but the delivery time will be longer and the cost will be longer. So in a word, we can not only offer the boundary warehouse model, and also we can offer the overseas direct delivery service. So for the international transportation and also local warehousing and local delivery, that is all the service we can offer to you. Next page, please. So after we have the platform, the business model, and also the logistic solutions for you, I know there are a lot of brands have a lot of pain points for entering Chinese market because they don't know how to do the online operation, and also they don't have a lot of data for Chinese market, for Chinese consumers, and also some marketing tools. And the service team will be a really big problem for them because if they set up online, they need to offer the customer service for local customers. So we have the JD Worldwide Service Union who can offer this kind of one-stop service of the cross-border e-commerce solution for the overseas brand to tap into Chinese market. We will connect Chinese consumers with JD Worldwide with overseas brand to offer some solutions for the online operation and service team. Next page, please. Now we have a lot of partners in China now. They can offer this kind of online operation service for you. So firstly, we will collect some preference from the brand if they just want to be recommended for some service provider. After we collect the preference, we'll put your information into our service union to check whether we have some suitable service provider for you. So we will connect you with a suitable service provider, and you can feel free to discuss cooperation models and also just like some online operation plan. After you confirm your cooperation, we can do the launching part. But during the whole process, BD or from our JD Worldwide will offer support for you. Next page, please. So JD Worldwide are willing to offer the one-stop solution, not only from platform part, but also for logistics solutions and also online operation solution for you. After you prepare all these kind of parts, we will have 4 steps to launch. And for the review period, we just have 1 day to do the review after you well prepared your materials to launch. So our BD manager will support you during the whole process. Next page, please. So there are a lot of partners from around the world, just like Walmart and also LG, and also a lot of brand from Canada. So we welcome more and more Canadian products to tap into Chinese market, and we can put your logo on our brand wall. Thank you. Next page. So that is our information stored. Our BD manager mainly take charge of cosmetics and also personal care. As for me, I'm the senior BD manager from JD Worldwide, mainly take charge of food and pet and also wine and spirit. And we also put our QR code for WeChat on the page. If you have the WeChat, you can scan us and directly connect with us. And also we have the website and official email you can see on the page. So
okay. Thank you for audience.
Thank you very much.
And I hope we could build. Okay, I hope we could build a good relationship in the future. And I look forward to the opportunity of cooperation with everyone here. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much to you both. I'm sure that was very interesting for our listeners. Now I will turn over to our chat box. Reminder to everybody, if you have any questions that you'd like answered, to send them over to Q&A coordinator via the chat box. And I will be filtering the questions through there. So first off, one of the questions we have, it seems to be that we have quite a few companies in the call today that are in the personal care product space. And a question that frequently comes up is around animal testing and the requirements in China for that. I believe that there are ways, if products are shipped either cross-border or through a bonded warehouse, that there are ways of managing that. Can you please speak to the way that a company might be able to work with animal testing requirements and how that might affect their certifications globally? Thank you.
And as for cosmetics and personal care, under cross-border e-commerce model, we have one whitelist from China's customers. If your products and your category is on this kind of list from China's customs, you can export from Canada to China by cross-border e-commerce model without any other certificate or any other experiment. So if you need if you need us to offer this kind of whitelist for you, we can offer it later. You can offer your email address and we can share it.
Excellent, thank you for that. And if I understand correctly, that does not put their certification, their international certifications in jeopardy?
Yeah, if your ingredient and also your category is on the white list from China's customs, it will be fine to do the cross-border e-commerce without any other certificate.
Excellent. Thank you, Jessie.
Thank you.
We have a question, Alicia, if you wouldn't mind going back to the page with their WeChat info. One of the questions is that if we could just put that on the page so that they can scan it. Perfect, thank you. Can you please give the audience an idea of what the cost structure might look like for listing? So assuming that's on the marketplace model, and then I've got a follow-up question to that as well. So starting off with a brief rundown of what costs might look like.
Okay. Actually, we can divide the cost into three parts. The first one is a platform cost, and next one is a logistic cost. The third one is a marketing cost. As for the platform cost, for the marketplace model, we have three parts of the cost. The first one is a deposit, but this one is refundable to make sure that you will obey Chinese law and also obey the cross-border e-commerce rule. It is 15,000 USD for just like food and beverage, mom and baby, and also cosmetics category. But it is 30,000 USD for healthcare and milk powder, infant milk powder. So that is the deposit part.
That's a deposit that's returnable, or is that an expense?
Yeah, it is refundable. If you are going to quit your store, we can return it after 3 months. After we are sure that you don't have any other just like some issues or accounting issues or logistic issues, so we can return this deposit for you.
Excellent, thank you.
And also
one of the questions from the group. No, go ahead. Go ahead. You can finish that up.
And now the first one is a deposit. And the second one is the annual service fee. It will be 1,000 USD for 1 year. So it is really cheap. And also the third one is a commission fee. But this one based on different categories. For food and beverage, the commission fee will be 2% at 1% marketing fee. Total is 3%.
Okay, so you're looking at a deposit that is fully refundable. You're looking at $1,000 USD on an annual basis, and then a commission base of 2% for food and beverage plus a 1% marketing fee.
Yeah, and also other categories will have other commission fee. We can also share this kind of information later for EDC, and maybe some merchants and partners can check from EDC.
Excellent, thank you. So if anybody in the group would like a follow up on that, please feel free to reach out. One of the questions that we have on the line here is regarding food and beverage. What type of best before dates would be required to be listed? So specifically around the logistics of getting products from Canada to the customers. Are there certain products that have a shelf life that's too narrow to be shipped over to the Chinese consumer? How do you manage that?
Currently, we are doing products with long shelf life, like just like 1 year or 2 years, and also we mainly do boundary warehouse model for food and beverage because just like the shelf life, and also it is FMCG, and if we can achieve a really good volumes, we need to make sure customer will receive it within 3 days. So if our brand from Canada just want to work with us for food and beverage, maybe firstly we need to check the subcategory, what kind of products, and also we can offer just some solutions for the logistics. I will recommend the brand to do the boundary warehouse model because most of our food and beverage will choose boundary warehouse model to make sure the logistic service and logistic efficiency.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
You mentioned the direct purchase model versus the marketplace. So how do you choose which products will be direct purchase versus a marketplace model?
Actually, for direct purchase model, we have different standard for different categories because different categories experience different stage. As for the mom and baby and healthcare, and also for some cosmetics, they mainly focus on top brands who has already built a broad awareness in Chinese market. And the aim of the direct purchase model is to achieve the volume. We just want to increase the sales volume. But for the marketplace model, we are going to build the brand. We need to build the flagship build the brand name, tell the brand story to our customers. But for some other categories, just like the pet products and also food and beverage, we are willing to try some new products with high potential in Chinese market, just like some healthy products or healthy snacks. So we are willing to try it. It is really, I suppose it depends on different categories and depends on different stage of the category. So if you have the exact brand or exact product, maybe we can discuss based on the category and based on the situation of the brand.
Excellent. Thank you, Jesse. Do you recommend that Canadian companies work with a trade partner for these things or for launching online or simply working directly with JD?
Actually, I will recommend the brand owner to choose one service provider for e-commerce. But we are also willing to work with some brand owner for direct purchase model for just like some really good brands in Canada. Because the e-commerce is a little bit complex in Chinese market, so a lot of different marketing tools and different promotion methods, and Chinese consumers are really, they have a lot of choices. So we need to think about how to educate this kind of customers and also how to access to different target customers. So we will recommend you to work with third party who are good at this kind of e-commerce operation and good at Chinese consumers. They know how to access to them and how to manage them, how to educate this kind of consumers. But it also really depends. So we can discuss for different situations. If you have any further questions or further situation to share with us, you can send email to us.
Excellent. And just a little plug here as well for the audience. On July 21st, we'll be hosting another webinar with a trade partner out of Vancouver, and they do quite a bit of work with JD as well. So if you are interested in learning more about a trade partner, that would be of interest, and you'll get the invite because of your registration here. Jesse and Stuart, another question from the group here. How can we connect with customers that would be interested in large quantities of food products, particularly seafood? And so I guess not so much on the B2C side, but do you have a B2B arm as well? And if so, do you provide any sort of credit check or any form of verification of those clients who might be purchasing?
Firstly, for the seafood, for the fresh food, it is not for JD Worldwide because we have another department called JD Fresh, who mainly focus on the seafood and also fresh food. As for the purchasing model, I suppose maybe they have different model from us, but we mainly do just like bank account. We will transfer from JD's bank account to our supplier's bank account by USD. We don't do a lot of just like the credit check.
Oh, okay, but the funds flow through JD, so that would be the sort of safety there. So if anybody in the group was interested in connecting with JD Fresh, would that be something you'd be able to facilitate, Jesse?
We can also introduce our colleague from JD Fresh.
Excellent. Okay, so to anybody in the group here who's interested in a follow-up with JD Fresh, please reach out to myself. Again, that's B Sirwa, BS as in Sam, IROIS at edc.ca. Email address was at the beginning, and you'll get a follow-up as well with contact, and we'll see what we can do to connect you to JD Fresh. We have a question here. What are a few of the top products from Canada that would be the greatest interest to you? So where do you think is the greatest potential for Canadian products right now with the Chinese consumer?
Yeah, of course, I think so, because we can find that as for some maybe smaller categories like pet products, Canadian brands experience really strong performance during these years. We found a lot of Chinese consumers think your products have really good ingredients and also really good brand positioning, and also really good maybe just like the quality for Chinese consumers, and also just like the pet. So I suppose Canadian products will have more and more potential opportunities in Chinese market, not only for pet products, but also for healthcare and cosmetics, personal care, but mom and baby. I suppose we will have more opportunity if we can work with each other more. And also, I suppose you have a lot of good brands for food and beverage, but we don't have a lot of opportunity to contact more food and beverage companies. So we need to find a way to build this kind of relationship between food and beverage companies from Canada with JD. So if we have some, just like the service provider who can set up one retail flagship store for food and beverage category, we welcome you to join us now.
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
Another question from the group here. How is the acceptance of organic plant-based dairy and meat alternatives? So is the Chinese consumer, are you seeing an increase in demand on your platform for plant-based dairy and meat alternatives?
Actually, I suppose this kind of products is a really new category, and also it is trendy category. But for just like the general trading model, the policy of China's policy, I don't know. I have no idea about this kind of product for general trading model. But for cross-border e-commerce, we need to make sure. First one is the logistic, because I suppose this kind of products maybe need to do the cold chain delivery, cold chain warehousing. But we don't do fresh. We don't do cold chain now. And the second one is for Chinese policy from customs. We will check it later for this kind of products. So we can offer some maybe advice or insights later.
Okay, so you would say that it's not currently it's starting to trend, but you don't have a lot of history on it. Am I understanding that correctly?
Not really. Actually, we have some just like the player in Chinese market now, but I don't think a lot of Chinese consumers have already eat it or have it now. But we can see the trending of this kind of products, not only for just like some meat and also for some drink. So we suppose it will be a trendy category in the future with high potential. But we need to make sure some policy issues, and we can check it later, and we can offer this kind of solution to you and advice to the brand.
Okay, thank you for that.
Thank you.
One of the questions is, can you name any Canadian skincare cosmetics brands that are skincare cosmetics brands that are selling well in China?
Actually, I have one page. Can you help me to just go up to the page with a lot of brand name?
Alicia, are you able to go back a few slides? This one here?
No, not really. This one.
This one here?
Yeah. So that is the top 10 brands from Canada on JD Worldwide.
Okay, so I guess The Ordinary and Cetaphil would be some of the stronger ones for skincare and cosmetics.
Yeah.
Jesse, is there a step-by-step guide that would help Canadian food and beverage companies who are interested in selling their products with JD? Is there a sort of a one document or one guide that can kind of take them from A to Z on how to succeed on JD?
Yeah, actually, we can share some examples from other countries. We can share this kind of demo case for the food and beverage company. But currently, we don't work with a lot of food and beverage company from Canada now. So we just want to set this kind of demo case now. If you have any interest in JD, please tell me. Let us to build this kind of successful example for others.
Okay, so you'd be very happy to work with companies in the food and beverage space in Canada?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent, excellent. And I guess on the, you mentioned the direct delivery model, so that was where you would leverage North American warehouses. For the most part, that's not a model that you're recommending to this group, correct? If I understood that correctly, because that was primarily for luxury goods?
You mean direct purchase model?
No, the direct delivery. So when you're shipping from a warehouse that's overseas.
Yep. Can we go back to the page of the JD, the logistics service for the direct delivery model? Yeah. Next page. Next page. Next one. Next page. Yeah, this one. So as for this kind of models, we mainly do some new products to test the market, and also for some luxury products, maybe we recommend to use direct delivery service. And also for some OTC product, we will recommend to use this, just like the food and beverage, mom and baby, healthcare, we will recommend bonded warehouse model.
Excellent. Okay, thank you for that clarification as well. So I believe that we have, actually, so we've got a few other questions that haven't yet been answered, but maybe we'll try and get those answered through our follow-up email. So everybody who's participated today will receive a PDF with the presentation that was shared, as well as a recording of the webinar. And it looks like we've got a few questions a number of questions that just came in the last minute or so. So Jesse, I'll send those, and Stuart, I'll send those over to you, and perhaps in the follow-up email, we can have some of those questions answered. With that, I would like to thank you both one more time for joining us in the evening. And it's now almost 10 o'clock for you in the evening. So we really appreciate you taking the time to share your insights with us and help us demystify what it is to do business with JD.com and JD Worldwide. I'm sure the crowd was very interested, and based on the interest through the Q&As, I think it's quite obvious that it was a success, and we look forward to hearing the feedback from the group. To everybody who has joined us, thank you as well for joining us. As I mentioned, we'll be doing another webinar on July 21st with WPIC, which is a trade partner, which Jesse spoke to. They can help you with a lot of these things as well, and as well as some of the marketing. So with that, Jesse, Stuart, thank you once again. Really appreciate your time. And
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Good morning. Okay, have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.